This week on 90 Day Fiancé, Sims 4 edition. He's like, y'all, this is Anya. I've been talking about her. He's got the approval from his best friend. He likes her. He finds her pleasing, and that's all that matters. And when she reached in, he spun her around and gave her a cute little dip kiss. And she's like, oh my gosh. What seems like a normal day quickly turns into an adventure. An envoy arrives with the call to seek out treasures. Will you be worthy of protecting these ancestral heirlooms? Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Justamomthatsims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another 90 Day Fiancé Sims 4 adventure. This is a Sims 4 love story. So, if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. We are starting the episode off with Anya and Lawson. She has just finished eating, and she is waiting for him to finish. She told him that she would clean up. He's like, oh no, you're a guest here, but she's insisting. What you saw at the beginning has an explanation, guys, and it's gonna go into one of our goals for the episode. So let me catch you up as to where we are. Anya has been here another night since the last time you saw her. During that time, Lawson has really taken her out and shown her around Windenburg. She has been even more open, sharing things about herself. Like right now, she's telling him about herself. She has revealed to him one of her personality quirks because she wants someone who can really live with her. So she has also gotten just a little bit closer with Noodle and Roxy. Those are Lawson's dogs. It's just been a good time. However, she still is thinking about Brunson, who she wants to just chat with, and have a conversation. She would be lying if she said she didn't miss him. She's going to go to bed because it is nighttime, and I'm going to tell you where we are. Lawson is trying to get Noodle out of Anya's room, but he used to be in here. He's used to being in here because this is usually Lawson's workstation, so he's telling him how he needs to be just a little bit quiet and they can do a little training. As Lawson does the training, this is what's going on. He's been taking her around Windenburg and also Newcrest, which is close by. While there, Anya was telling him how she really misses her grandmother and her grandpa. She even told him a little bit about her biological mother, Valerie, but we'll get into that more as we get more into our season. But the most important thing is, once she mentioned that she wished she could find more relatives because other than her cousin, she doesn't feel close to any of her family. Her aunt by marriage, Prue, is really cool and nice as well. Lawson told her about a time where he did a lot of research on his family history. So he actually took her to a genealogy research website that he found, and she has started looking around, and when she did, she found these things that may have been linked to her grandfather, who she never knew because Elise divorced her husband after being married 20-something years because basically he was a butthole, okay? She doesn't know anything about his relatives for real or anything, so she got that message emailed to her about there being a family heirloom that she was supposed to inherit. Lawson has promised to take her to find that, or to at least find out more about it. That is goal number one. Goal number two is for Anya to finish her trip here, and that's going to include Lawson promising to take her to somewhere fun. She has one more day because she did extend her vacation and she took the one day off of work, remember? He's promised to take her somewhere where she will just have a blast. And he's actually booked a flight. There is a place he has in mind. It's not close to him, but it's not super far, so you could do about an hour flight and get there pretty quickly. So he cannot wait to show her. Goal number three is Anya is wanting to get home and get back to work after she spends more time with Lawson because she's hoping to get a promotion. She is an adept attorney at this point in time. So after Lawson brushes Noodle, because he's already brushed Roxy, then they're going to go to bed and we'll be right back. We are back and Anya has slept really well, better than she slept, if she's honest, since her grandmother passed away. She woke up and decided that she would surprise Lawson by making him some pancakes. She is feeling really pleased with herself because she found everything she needed to make them from scratch in his cabinets. She is doing that. She has let the dogs out. She's really around here stepping up. Anya is feeling conflicted. She knows that she needs to make a decision. Anya's going to watch the news. That's something that Alia knows she really doesn't like. However, she's found it to be helpful in her career to get the facts and learn what's going on. She sees that there's a protest going on nearby. She never knows what case she may need to take on. So it's like being aware of the things you need to for your surroundings. She saw mention of a Durang family. It kind of sparked a possible memory of something that her grandmother Elise said in passing once. They are supposed to have some relatives in this region because that came on the news, and she is going to make sure to ask Lawson if he knows anything about it, because he said he's lived here for quite some time, even though he's not native to here. Because he said that he used to be from Underion, which according to the news, it seems like that's where the Durant family was originally from as well. So she is going to find out. Roxy is having a great time chasing her tail. So Anya's going to get up and pet Roxy and play. Roxy has definitely been the harder pooch to win over. She seems to be more of a daddy's girl. She just loves her some Lawson. Anya's going to make sure that Lawson eats, because he told her he wanted to take her to a couple places on her last day here. Lawson's up and he came right in and greeted Anya. And he's like, oh man, I can't believe you cooked for me. It's my pleasure. He's like, I know it's just pancakes, but they are really good. I haven't had pancakes like this since my mom used to make them for me. Lawson has lost both of his parents, by the way. They passed of natural causes. His father and his mother actually passed last year. And honestly, it was one of the things that made him really want to press forward with finding a life mate and finding somebody to be with. Lawson did tell her she could get dressed because he's going to take a shower. And then he told her he's got somewhere he wants to take her. She did ask him about that family. He said in his home world that they actually used to be royalty. And so he called this lady that lives close by because she could walk over, and he told Anya she would know. So here she is, and Anya's going to go and meet her. It's crazy because as soon as she came, she immediately ran off. But this is what she said. The Durant family has always valued fine works of art. Their homes are adorned with masterpieces from renowned classic painters. Why not take an easel and paint for yourself? You might uncover clues in the process. I must move on for now. If you find any clues, don't tell anyone but me. Hint, you can now claim a new easel in the events awards or find one in the inventory. But you know what? Anya has an easel. She's decided she will do that when she goes home. And I think that's awesome. So at this point, they are ready to go. So we'll be right back. We are back. Lawson wants to take Anya to meet his best friends. And while they're waiting on them, he's just want to quickly tell her how good she looks. Every outfit he sees her in, he thinks is beautiful. This is Joan. We saw Joan first, so he is going to introduce Joan and Anya. So they're just going to have a seat here, all four of them, and get to meet each other. So he's like, y'all, this is Anya. I've been talking about her. This is Anthony, his best friend. Anthony's like, oh my gosh, we've heard so much about you. I'm just so glad to be meeting you. Anthony is like, do y'all want something to eat? They're like, no, Anya cooked. They're like, oh, so you cook? That is great. They're all getting to know each other. Joan is like, oh gosh, you are so beautiful. What do you do for a living? She's like, I used to be in the military, but I'm not anymore. That's what Joan said. Joan is actually a caterer here, and Anthony is a pallet cleaner on the painting career. Anya is looking up something as they have some friendly banter going. It's all cool. She didn't whip that laptop, and they're like, you got your laptop to look up what we're saying? And she's like, no, I carry it with me. It's just part of my profession. Here we have Lawson just talking about how good her pancakes were, and his friend Anthony is like, oh, he is smitten. She just got jealous Joan again, which is pretty much her norm. She gets jealous about her man. It's just how she is. In the past, she had a really bad incident of being cheated on, but the real reason she's super jealous is because she has cheated before, not on Anthony, in her relationship before him. So it makes her pretty suspicious of anybody she dates. She would have these feelings. They're asking about Anya. Anthony is saying right here in front of Anya that I find you quite pleasing. She is really sweet. And Anya's like, oh my gosh, thank you. He's got the approval from his best friend. He likes her. He finds her pleasing. And that's all that matters. Even though what Joan thinks doesn't register as high as what Anthony thinks, Joan actually said, Anya is great. I'm glad I got to know them. So he's like, guys, I'm going to take Anya on a really special date. We got to go. We'll see you next time. So he's like, all right, man, since you got to rush out, fine. So that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll be right back on that special date. We are back in Mount Kamarebi. That's right. Mount Kamarebi isn't super far from Lawson's place. This is a romantic date venue. That's the actual name of the building. I did build it. It is on the gallery under my EAID at Justamomthatsims. But anyway, yeah, it's not far away, guys. And so he's like, do you want to skate? And she's like, oh my gosh, I used to ice skate back in Henford-on-Bagley. And he's thinking, oh my gosh, I never knew she was from there. So honestly, he's just feeling good to be learning new things about her. And it seems to just be coming naturally. All of the trepidation he felt by what she felt willing to share, her seeming closed off, is slowly fading away. But Lawson is a little older, and so he won't forget. But it's making it worth it that she is being so open right now. He's like, oh man, I haven't skated in a long time. I'm going to bust my butt in front of her. So he is focused. Okay, so, Lawson just busted his butt. He hopped up quick, too. Lawson's gonna tell Anya, hey, let's go in, because the snow drifts are kind of high, and they're overflowing onto the ice skating rink. So they're going to come in, and Anya was like, I went through the back door. You went all the way around. Lawson and Anya are inside. They're just chatting, and there is a ruckus going on, and let me just show y'all. See that? That's someone who recognized Anya and actually passed out. Crazy work. She just ignores it, especially being an attorney that has made a name for herself. Sometimes she gets some people that are a little bit loony, like this naked lady here in the snow out here screaming for Anya. But they are enjoying getting to know each other. Lawson is talking about how much it snows here because she's like, oh my gosh, I've never been to Mount Comarebi and I didn't even realize it was this close to you. He's like, oh, anytime you visit, we could come here, or when I visit you, we can fly, but it's a longer flight from your house. And she's like, oh my gosh, I don't usually have a lot of time. So he was like, hopefully this won't be your last visit. And she's like, I'm having a good time if that's what you're trying to ask. And that's not what Lawson is trying to ask. He's trying to ask, will she come back again? Because this is her last day here and he's really starting to feel it that she's leaving. He's already missing her. That is kind of tough on him. She said, I didn't even used to like romance, and maybe because I didn't have a whole lot of experience in it. And he's like, I'll fly out anytime and give you romance. And sometimes she really likes the things Lawson says and that he backs it so far. The bit she has seen with his actions, the thing that gives her hesitation is she still has a thing for Brunson. It's more than a thing. She thinks about this kiss they shared at the amusement park. She feels like I should see him one more time. And you can see it here. I can see him one more time and maybe I'll know. And he's like, do you feel like we're making progress? Because I'm not here for games again. I'm ready to settle down. I'm not trying to propose to you today, but I want a wife. I want the family. I want the kids. She was like, well, I used to just be interested in some boohoo occasionally in no relationships. And he's like, hey, we're grown. We've all had to deal with the things that we wanted, what we need. So you won't get judgment from me. And it's just a very good conversation. She's just telling him these jokes and things. Guess what? I just found out that they are both very satisfied in this relationship. And it's really interesting because they're not in an actual relationship. They are feeling great though. He's going to tell her how he feels, but also he's going to ask her how she feels as well, because he's really interested to know about everything she feels. He wants to make sure he meets her needs. She's talking about his friend Joan and how she's jealous. And he's like, yeah, that's all the time. He said, do you get jealous? She's like, if I saw you hardcore flirting, I could get jealous. He's like, yeah, but I wouldn't do that. That's no problem. So they're going to play the woohoo game. Their date is almost over and they are at a gold medal. They have done everything except kiss. Lawson knows that he could fall in love easily with Anya, and therefore he really does want to back out because he doesn't want to get overly attached to her, and she likes Brunson and picks him, but he also doesn't want to leave her wondering how he feels. He wants to be very clear about it. She asked him what is the wildest place he would like to woohoo that he hasn't, and he said a rocket ship. He's never, and she said, I would like to anywhere at a ranch. They are having the best time laughing and talking. Anya's flight is in 4 hours. She's got another midnight flight out, but she is just so hard pressed to leave and he doesn't want her to leave. This is pretty difficult for both of them. She's like, I got a flight to catch, and he's like, don't worry, I'm going to get you there on time. I promise I will. So he's like, come on and give me a hug, because I don't want it to be one of those airport goodbyes. I don't want that to be our last thing together. Come on and give me another one. And when she reached in, he spun her around and gave her a cute little dip kiss. And she's like, oh my gosh. He could have made it more steamy, but decided not to. So we'll be right back with Anya at home. We are back and it is the early morning hours. Anya has made it home. Everything looks cozy and comfy. She is just going to come in and grab a bowl of fruit because it's late. She doesn't feel like cooking. It is a beautiful snowy day here in Brindleton Bay. She's going to paint, but she was kind of thinking about what they said when they talked about her estranged grandfather's family. She's like, man, I should just go paint and see if a revelation comes to me. Painting has always given Anya time to think. She painted this cat and dog. She's been on this thing where she wish she could get a pet, but she knows she doesn't have time. Even right now, she needs to get her butt in the bed. It lacks emotion that was intended, but it's not bad. She got 2,000 simoleons. After meeting the royal envoy and learning about the family heirlooms, the journey has only begun. The envoy mentioned heading towards the library. Follow them to learn more. And we will, because one thing about that is Anya goes to the library quite a bit when she needs to do legal research. The envoy feels feel polished in their delivery and mission. It's worth keeping an eye on them and follow their lead for now to see where this leads. So far, Anya has gotten an antique curio display, an heirloom easel of the Durang family, the Durang family key, and 100 satisfaction points. We'll be right back when Anya wakes up. We are back. Anya is up. She is working from home since she has court tomorrow and another big trial. She has been promoted to promising prosecutor. This is interesting because she never really wanted to be on the side where she was putting people in jail, but her friend Claudine convinced her to give it a try. She was like, Anya, you will actually have the chance to keep people out of jail. You will have the chance to plead people out, to give people who haven't committed serious crimes lower bonds. And so she took that because she realized Claudine is right. There are different ways to help the justice system. She doesn't expect to run into anyone, so she's just going to wear this casual outfit today. But the first thing she's going to do is file a legal motion. She is a promising prosecutor, but she has to wrap up the case that she has. She doesn't want to transfer this case. It's a big deal. Also, she did add this nice Durang family display and this family key that she found, and it actually fits her style perfectly. It's simply because Anya likes old things. You remember this old desk she got from her grandpa Steve? That's just the type of girl that she is. Anya needs to turn the heat on. It is freezing here. She has a new fear. She is sad. She's seeking solace. Anya has gotten a change. She is feeling cheerful lately. This legal motion has taken quite some time to complete, and I think it's because her mind is preoccupied. She has been thinking about Lawson, and really that's why she is feeling more cheerful. And what is an aha moment is Anya thinks about both guys. She realizes, I have not heard from Brunson since he said he couldn't meet up with me anymore and I left early. And definitely her leaving early was because he was not making time for her. She's thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on? You know, that's something she has to think about. It's honestly not that he's been shown to be a better man. It's that she had kind of had her mind set on Brunson if she was 100% honest. And if Lawson wasn't so nice and sweet on video chat and phone, she would have already ruled him out. But she's going to go to the library. So we'll be back at the Willow Creek Library. Anya is at the Willow Creek Library. It is starting to snow. Also, that envoy from Underion should be here. Anya was just starting to do a little research for her big trial tomorrow when she sees Marina. That's her name. So she's going to come and speak to Marina. She's like, hi, how are you? Do you come to this library often? Have you been there before? But the envoy looks surprised to see Anya at the library. She says, I didn't think you would be here so quickly. The Durang family treasure is hidden here somewhere in these old archives. Why not help me uncover its location? I believe you will be the next guardian of their legacy. With that, the envoy slips away. Once more, their departure raising suspicion. Anya has found out that the Durang family interest in art is deeper and more mysterious than she expected. It seems they have been trying to restore an old family painting. With how much they've invested in the restoration, its completion must be very important to the kingdom. However, the royal envoy has been acting a bit too suspicious for this to be normal. Their behavior makes Anya believe this painting might also hold a secret. So Anya's just meeting prospective clients. This is one of the hot spots, and it's not that prospective clients are just hanging at the library. It's that they know that this is Anya's favorite library, or so they think. It's just the closest one to her. Lindsay said, I don't know anything about the Durang family either because Anya asked because she saw her talking to the envoy. The lady that was here, she was looking through books and she kept muttering to herself, Durang art. Maybe I should try to look at them too. So Anya's gonna come over because she learned which bookshelf she was at. She did get a video call from Brunson finally. She's like, where have you been? And he's like, I'm so sorry. I got so busy. I didn't mean to leave you like that. I hope you can give me a chance to make it up to you. And she's like, I just don't know how you would, because what Anya doesn't like is somebody wasting her time. After rummaging through the book, a book about the Durangs was discovered. Hidden between the pages, a delicate old key slipped out and landed slightly on the floor. It might be what the envoy was after. Anya hides the key away in a safe place before anyone notices. Best to keep it hidden for now. Brunson got off the phone. He said he did have to get back to work, but he wanted to make things up with Anya. Anya is quickly calling Claudine because she knows she should be on lunch about now. And she's like, you will never guess Brunson called me. And he's saying he's going to come visit me. And she's like, what, girl? Yeah, that's what he said. She's like, do you believe it? Anya's like, I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Why not give him a try? And Claudine is like, well, you've been texting me the whole time you were with Lawson saying how much you enjoyed yourself. If it were me, I would just pick one person and settle down. So Anya is like, I don't know. But she is going to go see her cousin. But that's going to be in the next episode. Next episode, we will see Anya's cousin and his family at her grandmother's old house. She hasn't visited since she moved out because it's just been too painful for her to be in that house. Also, we'll see if Brunson keeps his word. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Tell me what you think. And until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye-bye.